Happy NFL trade deadline eve, Patriots fans. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Allie Barefoot, and I honestly just want to make this a one-stop shop for you guys to get all of your news and rumors surrounding the Patriots. So that's what I want to do on today's show. There are several names being thrown out there about possible trade candidates, or maybe even the Patriots making some calls to some free agents, or some to other teams to possibly trade for their players. So I just want to break down everything you guys need to know. That way you're not blindsided when you get that alert tomorrow, and if you get that alert tomorrow, that a Patriots player is no longer on the team. So if you guys want that and that sounds good, then you're in the right place. Do one thing for me and hit that sub button for me. And if you guys are already subscribed, I promise hitting that notification bell will really help you out. I promise we are not going to blow up your phone. We just want to make sure that you guys are well informed. We are so close to 18,500 subscribers. Thank you to every single one of you guys. We need 144 new subscribers on this video to help us reach our goal. Let's talk about the possible two top trade candidates. That's Davon Godchaux and Godchaux Dugger, which is a huge dagger to the Patriots defense if either or both of these players do end up being traded away. So there are a couple conflicting reports out there that show that they may stay or they may be traded. And that's the beauty of the NFL trade deadline, is that we're not Elliott Wolf. So we just have to wait and see what Wolf will do. So here's what Dianna Russini had to say about possibly trading both Godchaux and Dugger. The 49ers have called around looking to add to their defense. New England defensive tackle Davon Godchaux is available. Well, that's interesting. And the Niners know it. The Patriots are also open to moving wideouts Tyquan Thornton, Kendrick Bourne, as well as safety Godchaux Dugger. And I'm going to be honest, I just don't think trading Davon Godchaux and Godchaux Dugger right now is beneficial. I don't. Yes, you're going to get great draft stock out of them. They're both very good players. But you are also completely plummeting your season if you get rid of your starting nose tackle, who has been a vocal leader in the locker room, and one of your captains in the secondary being Godchaux Dugger, knowing that you're already one safety player out right now with Jabril Peppers pending his arrest. So here's another report that came out from Albert Breer that may give Patriots fans some hope. Excuse me, not Albert Breer. It's actually Peter from the Fox Network saying Godchaux Dugger was just given a big contract less than 4 months ago. I don't think he'll be traded. And Davon Godchaux, the big defensive end, he'll likely not be traded. So thankfully, there are some people that are insiders saying, this doesn't make sense either. So why are these two guys being talked about here on the trade candidate table? Well, mainly because the Patriots are in this very sticky spot of, do we want to trade away and get draft capital, or do we maybe not want to be the first pick in the NFL draft? Well, Mike Girardi also tweeted out here his understanding on Godchaux Dugger's name showing up in trade stuff like this is because teams have called about him. So that's why Dugger's in this. Knowing the Patriots are willing sellers, but he's out today because of the ankle that kept him out last week as well, not because something is pending. So we do know that Godchaux Dugger missed week 9 because he's been dealing with a very ferocious ankle injury. It's not because he's a healthy scratch and they're saving to trade him away. And that is very important because that's exactly what happened to Josh Uche in week 8. And overall, when I look at these two guys, I think that your defense takes a huge hit with losing Davon Godchaux and Godchaux Dugger. But the reason why I want to put this on your radar is don't be surprised if they do end up trading away. Elliott Wolf wants some draft capital. He wants to give Drake May better resources in the future, so that may cost this season. But on the other hand, it doesn't seem like New England is very active to get rid of either of these players, not to mention Godchaux has announced several times he wants to stay in New England. So I have a question for you, and I really hate this question, to be honest, because it's kind of like, picking a favorite child. Pick one you would like to trade if you had to. If you get that alert tomorrow so the Patriots traded away, which player's name would you rather see? Type KD for Godchaux Dugger, type DG for Davon Godchaux. Let's go into number 2 here. Tyquan Thornton and KJ Osborne, they're done, in my opinion. And I'll tell you why. Because number 1, remember how I just said that Josh Uche, who was a healthy scratch in Sunday's win against the Jets in week 8, guess what? Monday morning, gone to Kansas City. They traded his ass. Guess what? Week 9, 2 pending trade candidates for the Patriots were healthy scratches in week 9. KJ Osborne and Tyquan Thornton. And these two have been very, very popular names on the trade market. And here's why Albert Breer says that Osborne could basically be done in New England. He said, I think teams look at Osborne and say, this is very much a guy that we can plug and play. An experienced guy who was a clutch player over the years as sort of a secondary weapon in the Minnesota Vikings offense. Well, he really hasn't been utilized in New England. KJ Osborne thrives when there's already a wide receiver one. We really don't have that right now. Definitely not a wide receiver one like a Justin Jefferson, which KJ Osborne did play with for several years. And then you look at Tyquan Thornton, knowing that he creates amazing separation from his defenders, and he ran a 4.2 flat when it came to the 40-yard dashes NFL Draft Combine. Those are just two offensive weapons that we really don't have room for right now in this developing offensive room. So I do think you can go out and get 6th-round picks for those two wide receivers and call it a day. But that's not the only move the Patriots may make by tomorrow. I've got 2 more things you need to know about ahead of the NFL trade deadline, but I do also have to give a shout out real quick to our sponsor here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, Game Time. You guys want to go see the Patriots in action? Let me tell you, Drake May scrambling for 11.8 seconds to try and throw the game-tying touchdown in regulation. You need to see it in person. If you guys want to get the best tickets on your game day adventure, then use Game Time. It's the lowest price guaranteed. It's also all-in pricing up front. There are no surprise hidden fees at checkout. What you pay is what you will pay. You will not have to add on $100 extra just for some tax you've never heard of. Not to mention, if you guys want to make sure you're going to get a great view of Drake May slinging future Hall of Fame passes, well, they're going to give you a nice view of your seat before you buy. A nice little panoramic 180 view, and you guys can figure out what suits you and your family. Not to mention with Game Time Picks, it's a new feature that makes getting tickets to your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands and thousands of tickets. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. Jonathan Jones might be staying. This one is a little interesting to me on the latest report that we have seen because Jonathan Jones, like Thornton and Osborne, he's been a hot commodity in secondary trade talks for every team in the NFL. Mainly teams that are contending for the Super Bowl right now have been very interested in Jonathan Jones, as producer Joey here hosts Ravens Rundown at Chat Sports. He knows what that Super Bowl feeling feels like. Not right now for the Patriots. But Carlos wanted to break down here. The Patriots have received calls inquiring about cornerback Jonathan Jones, but they aren't keen on moving the veteran, which I actually do like. But then Breer comes around here and says New England values Jones' leadership and that cornerback Marco Wilson is more of a realistic trade target for corner-needy teams. Before I break down what Jonathan Jones has done, Marco Wilson is just kind of a generic version of Jonathan Jones. He's 6 years younger. He barely has any stats compared to Jonathan Jones. So I kind of like this from New England, saying, you're not gonna get Jay Jones, but we'll give you that guy. We'll give you that guy right there if you want him. Because when you look at what Jay Jones has done, he really does complement Gonzalez pretty well. 31 total tackles, 23 solo, 1 forced fumble. Still has yet to get that interception. He has been close a few times. Definitely got my teeth gritting a few times when the ball touches his hands. But 4 pass deflections. I've seen Jonathan Jones get beat several times this season, I will be honest. I do think that the age is kind of creeping up to somebody like Jay Jones. But the Patriots need somebody that's going to complement Christian Gonzalez. And I don't think they're going to trade for him this season. So I think your best bet is going to keep Jay Jones in that secondary with Gonzo. Had the veteran and the second-year player continue to lock down opponents. It's not my favorite duo, and I do think the Patriots need to make a move from Jonathan in the near future. But if you want to keep him this year and keep your defense somewhat healthy and somewhat steady, then I suggest you also get rid of Marco Wilson as well. So here's my thing for you. Should New England trade Jonathan? Let me know. Type T for trade, type K for keep. Like I said, if the Patriots make a move, we make a video. The NFL trade deadline is tomorrow. This is a very important day. Some would say it's up there as important as the presidential election. I'm just saying, some are saying it could be that important. So I want you guys to be here with me. Go on ahead and hit that sub button for me and join 18,000 loyal Patriots fans. Number 4 here, this doesn't concern the Patriots players, but possibly a future Patriot player. Signing DJ Humphries. This latest report did come out, and I know DJ Humphries has been a free agent for quite some time, so now they're waiting until week 10 to possibly sign a free agent offensive tackle is kind of annoying. But here's why they say that DJ Humphries could possibly make this move. The Patriots have been in touch with former Pro Bowl left tackle DJ Humphries, per Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. The 30-year-old veteran who was released by the Cardinals in March, has been recovering from a torn ACL and has garnered interest around the NFL. I mean, the Patriots got to have one of the worst offensive lines out there. This is nothing new that you guys haven't heard before. And it's about time we sign a left tackle, right tackle, guard that actually has experience playing that position. And if you were to get somebody like DJ Humphries, he can play both left and right tackle. You know what that means? Bye-bye DeMontre Jacobs, who cannot stop getting fouls called on him. It's a flag every time that guy is out there on the field. He also, blocking for Kyler Murray, who's one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. He allowed 3 sacks in 695 pass blocking snaps in 2020. This was pre-torn ACL. But he also spent majority of his time in the NFL in Arizona. Look, I'm going to be quite frank with you. I don't care if it's DJ Humphries. I don't care if it's my grandma. I genuinely don't give a shit who they sign at offensive tackle at this point. For the love of God, just sign somebody. Please just help us beef up our offensive line that continuously has let Drake May down. I do not know how many more games I can watching the blitz just demolish Drake May with nobody stepping in front of him, nobody blocking. And I will be honest, I do like DJ Humphries a lot. I think that a 30-year-old veteran would do wonders for a developing team. And obviously, he was great with Kyler Murray. Drake May being having a little bit of similarities with Kyler Murray. He's got a cannon for an arm. Obviously, knowing that he's also mobile as well, I think signing DJ Humphries would be a good move. So my last thing here for you guys, if you haven't already, hit that sub button. We will get you guys up to date on everything that happens tomorrow for the NFL trade deadline. All you guys have to do is subscribe.